Hello everybody, what's up? Captain Zergo here, and welcome to the penultimate part of the Crash Bandicoot Warped Let's Play. And it's time for Bug Light. We're going for the main box gem now, I think. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like I actually sped this up for some reason. I thought... No, here's the thing. When it came to the driving levels, I sped things up. But thankfully, what you've got left after this level is all driving stages for the most part, I believe. In fact, I think the rest of it is vehicle stages at least. So yeah, this is the one exception to the rule I said last time. And I didn't actually mean to body slam there. I think I accidentally pressed the trigger button. But yeah, this is going to be part 16, I want to say. So, let me check here. Oh, I didn't say it last time, so I'll say it right now. Happy New Year, everybody. I apologize. I should have brought that up in part 15, but I didn't. I completely forgot. Happy New Year. Hope everything goes well for you. Hope your New Year is better than 2017. Hope you have a good one and all that good jazz. Obviously, I'm recording this on the 20th of December, so I don't know what's going to happen yet. You know, anything good could happen. You know, Theresa May could be assassinated. Donald Trump could be assassinated. Nigel Farage could get fucking bum raped to death. You know, all good things could happen. We'll have to see what happens. So yeah, the box gem is actually pretty easy to get in this level. Considering this is technically the last level in the game, this is really not a hard one to get any of the gem or crystals or even the relic for, to be perfectly honest. I do like this level actually. It's just definitely in the wrong place in terms of difficulty. Well, in terms of placement, in terms of difficulty for it, it's for Crash Free. I would probably put one of the future levels last, to be honest. This is actually probably the hardest thing in this level. Actually, is the bonus section. I'm going to show you why in a second once we actually get to it. Alright, so for some reason I decided to go for these by jumping over that first. That is perfectly fine. You can do this if you want, but there's really no point. You can speed and attack most of these boxes without too many difficulties. That you're not really going to waste any time. These boxes can be a bit annoying, but if you get them as quick as I did here, you'll be fine. These are the two that were a massive problem, mainly for the fact that you just don't have the time to be fucking around with them. So yeah, I go for these boxes instead here. There's 6 nitro boxes in here, so as soon as you've gotten 34 of the boxes here, you're fine. Just leave the other boxes until the end when you can blow them up with the exclamation box. The problem here is I can't tell if I fell, and I did actually fall there, but I couldn't actually tell that I fell. I wasn't really paying attention. And I actually get when I actually do get those 4 boxes, I get really fucking lucky. I don't think it's this. It took me a couple of attempts to do this. My advice would actually be to try and blow them up with the Wumper Bazooka. But again, you can't really dilly-dally about here. You've got to take this level, or at least this bonus section, pretty fucking quickly. I don't know why that will work. You can basically bounce jump where you can spin on the boxes, but you can also get a small jump in as well, so you can recover. I tried it there, but I couldn't pull it off, unfortunately, so that's why I fucked up entirely. I'm just going to take a quick swig of my drink here, because my mouth's going dry again. I missed the box entirely. Drink of the day, by the way, is Lucozade Orange. Powered by glucose. Right, this may be the attempt. Here's the thing, at the very least, I'm not losing lives. You don't lose any lives from dying in a bonus stage. Which is definitely a saving grace, admittedly. Right, how... Yeah, I tried this with the thing there, and you saw that right there. I should have fucking died. I got very, very lucky that I managed to recover. That was fucking amazing. Alright, so there's 34 boxes. Just double checking here. But yeah, I did count afterwards and realize, okay, so there's 6 nitro crates here. I just need to get to the end of the platform here. I don't think there's any more bottomless pits. I don't think there's any holes or nitros on the ground. I should be okay, and yes, I do manage to pull it off. In the dark, no less, which is pretty fucking awesome, if I do say so myself. Alright, so we just got the rest of the level to do, and as I said, the level itself is actually not that difficult, so I'm not too fussed. Pretty much just hug the right wall here, as you can see I'm doing. You might be able to do it on the left as well. Be careful of the fucking alligator crocodile thing, whatever it is. As I said, I actually do like this level, I just don't think its placement in the game's correct. It's a bit too easy for, to be the last, technically the last stage. Let's get the switch there, get the gem, and we can exit the stage. And that is the last of the platforming for the most part, apart from the final boss, unfortunately. And unfortunately, the final boss is just Cortex again, but you do have to fight Cortex a second time to trigger the ending credits and cutscene. But that puts us at a very cool 92%. Awesome. Yep, sped up footage again, mainly for the fact that this next part is going to be another box gem. It's time for Ski Craze, unfortunately, another fucking skiing level. Yep, so here we go. This actually did not take me too long. I suffered some deaths when it came to the time trial, and attempt. But for the box gem, I don't think actually too bad from what I remember. I mean, I took it fairly gently, and I did suffer a couple of fuck-ups here and there, but there are checkpoints, obviously, when you're just going for the box gem, so I'm not too fussed about that. But there are 100 boxes here. And yes, guys, just before you start asking me, I have not done Hot Cocoa. I am not going for 105%. I did mention this before. Sometime in the future, I might come back and... oh, I just realized I didn't save after the credits, so no, I'm not going to come back and 105% this game. Fuck that. I don't want to do that. But there is the Hot Cocoa stage, and there is the alternate path in one of the Jurassic stages that I haven't shown off that lead to 105%. Because I do know that you need to talk to Coco as well, and she'll give you a gem, and you'll obviously increase to about 101% at that point. I don't exactly know. But there's really no point to it other than bragging rights and to see it change to 105%. You know, as soon as you get 100% here with the gems and stuff, you will be able to trigger the true ending and get the credits. So yeah, you don't need to fuck up. You don't need to fuck about with anything after you've gotten 100%, unless you actually want it just for completionist's sake, let's call it. Unfortunately, ran straight into a box, but the checkpoint was right back here, so I'm not too fussed. Unfortunately, obviously I'd be singing a different tune if this was the time trial, because it would send me back to the beginning of the time trial. Excuse me. Unfortunately, having to backtrack constantly for all these boxes is a bit of an annoyance as well. Alright, that you actually need to, well, you really need to hit the nitro box there, the nitro exclamation box, sorry, because the ending, or the time warp portal is surrounded by nitros. If you've got a mask, you can go through it with no problem and just take the hit. But if you don't have a mask, then you'll die right at the end. So yeah, just make sure that you get it if you can. So yeah, we're switching over to normal speed now, which means we're going for the time trial relic. I think I edit out all the deaths. So this will be the one actual thing. Oh yeah, that is my fuck up. There's my last fuck up actually. Alright, so I get the thing, and it's time to begin the level. At this point, I think I'd done maybe 6 attempts. It was always near the end I kept fucking up as well, so... And that bomb right at the beginning there, where I just picked up that number 2, was a constant killer, but thankfully it's right at the beginning of the stage, so it wasn't like I lost a lot of time doing it or anything like that. And yeah, the frame rate's a bit shitty when you're doing it at normal speed, I'm noticing, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna... I'll probably, my next Let's Play, I'll probably test out OBS Studio instead of old OBS, see if the rate's any better. The time for this one's actually pretty easy to get. As long as you know the path well enough, you know where you're going, and you pick up the occasional box, you should be okay with it. As you can see, I'm missing a decent amount of boxes here, but I still make it with a decent amount of time left, I believe, so I'm not too fussed about that. Again, the only problem this level does possess is you will need to press, if you don't have a mask, you will need to press the exclamation box, the nitro exclamation mark box, I should say, and that can definitely be a bit of an annoyance, just purely for the hitbox thing and all that. And then if you miss it, then obviously you've got to turn around and do it again, but obviously that is a bit of a detriment when it's a relic challenge. But I actually don't bother getting the exclamation mark box because I actually do keep a mask. I know for a fact I keep a mask even if it wasn't that one. So yeah, just skipping some of these boxes just purely for the fact it's a bit faster than having to line myself up and get them. I'm pretty sure I don't die again here, so there's another mask. This must be the one I keep. I should pick up both of those ones, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I completely missed the ramp. I do think about going, and then I realize, wait, I've got a mask. I can just go straight through it. Stay on the outside, and yeah, here's the boxes. You can see they're protecting the exit, and don't have to worry about them whatsoever. And I do manage to pull off with the 108, well, nearly a 109. But it's enough for me to get the thing there. So yeah, we got another relic. I believe we've got 2 more relics to get as well. But that puts it at 94% now as well, which is awesome. Speed up time again. Oh, area. This is probably, I won't say this was the worst one to do, but this was the longest one to do from last night's recording session. First things first, obviously, I'm picking up boxes, so I'm taking this actually a lot slower than it actually looks. I think I actually did. Wait, what am I doing here? Did I pick up the box or not? Oh, I think I remember what I did. I did like one run so I could learn the level, and I don't think I edited that level, that run out. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch me fuck up the level first. I apologize for that. I thought I edited this out, but I hadn't apparently. Actually, no, I didn't think I edited it out. I completely forgot I did this. I was trying to basically get a feel for the level and see if I could just get the normal gem first, because you get this. Stage obviously doesn't have a crystal, but you do get a gem from beating the level by getting first place. Obviously that's not happening. My only advice here is keep an eye out for cones and barriers. The barriers usually have a bottomless pit behind them, and the cones will at least show you which way to turn. But unfortunately, obviously with the dart, you're going to have to pay quite close attention to that. So yeah, I fucked that up, and first thing we're going to do, obviously, is we're going to go for the boxes. Again, I'm going at a fairly slow pace here to begin with, just so I can take my time. I don't have to worry about the race, obviously, at the moment. This is just for the box gem. So yeah, this stage is about, I'd say, on average, 2 minutes 10 seconds. 2 minutes 15 seconds roughly. Obviously it's roughly around that, but even though the time trial relic is 1 minute 53 seconds, but obviously you're picking up a couple of boxes along the way to stop the time, and obviously you have a couple seconds at the beginning of the level as well, where before you get the time trial stopwatch. So yeah, this is one of those levels that is a bit longer and outstays its welcome, to be honest. And unfortunately, again, it's a fucking motorcycle stage. So, you know, if you fuck up, then you're gonna have to do the entire stage again. There's no checkpoints in these levels. And again, I understand why, but I don't know. I really am not a fan of these stages. But thankfully I do manage to get the gem on my first attempt at getting it anyway. But we're at 95% now, only 5% more to go. But we do have both a relic and another gem to get here. Obviously we need to win the race, and we need to do the race in a certain amount of time. Again, these were the two that took me forever to get. I must have spent a good fucking 40 minutes on these two just alone. Now, the race itself only took me about 10, maybe 15 minutes, but the relic took me about 35 minutes easily. Well, 30 to 35 minutes, I'd say. The relic just proved to be a massive, massive pain in the ass. I was always like... The worst was, I got beaten. I finished the race, I didn't actually know what the time was. I finished the race 3/10 of a second too slow. And it pissed me off so much that I had to walk away from my computer. So again, there's not really much to this level other than just memorize it as best you can, and obviously be wary of your surroundings, be wary of the telltale signs. Like I said, keep an eye on the traffic cones and the barriers. The UFOs can be a pain in the ass as well, as they will bump you and slow down your momentum. That is actually what cost me the relic on a few occasions, was the fact that I just couldn't get past the UFOs. They kept bumping me back. Yeah, as I said, just use the boost to your advantage as well, as best you can. And, I know it's just general advice, guys, but it really, really does help if you're just willing to have the patience to do that. Because here's the thing, it's a fairly long stage as well, and I'm not going to memorize the pattern. I could have been playing this till now, and I still wouldn't have gotten this pattern memorized. Darkness really does throw me off. I mean, I do like it from an aesthetic point of view, but here's the thing, I can deal with the bottomless pits, I can deal with the UFOs even. One thing I don't like is the fucking sharp turns. Any other stage are fine, but in the dark, no, it's asking a little bit too much in my opinion. You can fuck up a little bit by driving on the sides, but if you fall down a pit, I would actually recommend just restarting the level again. Chances are you're not going to be able to accomplish it at that point. And I'm pretty sure I must have done it this time. Yeah, I'm about to pass the UFO, which means end the level right here as well. So, yay, we got the gem, and that will put us at a very cool 96%. As it's about to show me in a second. Huh. I'm just looking at that screen above the platforms. By the looks of things, all of Cortex's lab assistants are all machines. I actually hadn't realized that. I thought they were actually people he hired or something. Never really noticed that before. Alright, this was the killer. This right here was definitely the fucking killer last night, in my opinion. I mean, I disliked the next stage even more, and yeah, I'm doing that thing where, because I'm going for the relic, and at this point I'd already lost the relic to the UFOs like twice. I'm basically just waiting around for 20-30 seconds before I pick up the actual clock, just so I don't have to deal with the UFOs quite as much as I would if I started the levels straight away. It's a perfectly fine tactic. I have no shame in using it. But yeah, thankfully this is the last fucking motorcycle stage, but unfortunately it's not the last vehicle stage. No, we got that in the next part. Alright, so I think I'm about to start in a moment here, like maybe 3 seconds. Roughly. Alright, so like I say, your time here is actually 1 minute 53 seconds. That sounds easy on paper. Try fucking doing it if you don't know the level layout. It's a lot harder than it sounds. Honestly, try doing it when you're actually racing amongst the UFOs as well. That was my problem. I got veered off road slightly. Now, usually I would have just fucking restarted the trial right there, but I wanted to... It didn't seem like a massive detriment, so I decided to go ahead and just continue the level as was. Try and hit as many ramps as possible. Sorry, not ramp. Try and hit as many boosters as possible, and if you can, pick up the occasional box. If you miss the box, don't worry too much. I would say you need the boosters more than anything in this stage, and make sure you maintain the boost as long as possible. But unfortunately, you know, if you see yourself, alright, I'm gonna fuck this up, just let go of the boost and try and continue on as you are. It's not the hardest of the driving sections. I still say fucking, I can't remember which one it was, but the one you needed like 25 seconds or whatever it was on was the hardest. As you can see, this is not a perfect run by any means, but it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be sufficient. Don't fall into pits. Like I said, if you fall into a pit, you may as well restart the relic challenge. It takes way too long for you to be put back on the road and getting back to top speed. Alright, so I'm looking. Yeah, we've got like a minute left on the recording here. So yeah, I'm probably. This is definitely the edited one where I actually pulled it off. That turn right there is arguably the worst one in this level, and again, I don't like it. I think it's asking a little bit too much. Excuse me. And you can see here, I'm only just going to manage to pull this off by about 2 seconds. So yeah, a second and a half actually is all I had left. But yeah, guys, we got the relic. One more relic to get. 2 more gems to get, and we are done with this bitch. Well, we got a final boss after that as well. And we have roughly 20 seconds left on the timer. We have got a flying stage up for you guys next time with 3 fucking items to pick up there. And then 1 more final boss and time for the credits. We are in the final part, next part, guys. I am excited. I hope you guys are, because it means we're fucking finally done with this. I will see you guys there. Goodbye, sayonara, and fuck this game.